Welcome to another Reezy Resells broadcast. I almost forgot my name. This is episode number 13 of Money Talks, the show where we talk about money, mostly not even talking about money, talking about Amazon FBA, eBay, reselling, and just making money online in general. There might be a little bit of social media tips here or there. And who knows, maybe we'll talk about like content creation or stuff if people want to know about it. Basically, we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, give me a call. The number is 209-83 Reezy. And other than that, I'm going to go into the chat right now and see how everyone's doing in the chatosphere. If I can find the chatosphere. Is there some chat in here? All right. The chat's all glitched out. I had an ad blocker on my own YouTube channel. That's not good. Disable. Okay. Chat's back. Woo! Can't ad block your own YouTube. That ain't nice. What's up, guys? Shout out to Romulux. Shout out to Jesse Lane, Chris K, Robert Rivera. What up, Suli Bajwa? What up? So, I hope I say your name right. Sarah VM. What up, Sherpa T61? What up, Darcy Presley? What up, TJL Resell? I like the fact that your name rhymes, homie. Shout out to Jonathan Vincent. Instagram is not liking this. I'm simulcasting on Instagram, but they don't like it right now. So let me switch my Wi-Fi up. Let's see. We got Joe O'Connell. We got Jillian. Hey, Reezy, I'm patient. You're worth the wait. Sorry, guys. I was 8 minutes late on this live and struggling right here trying to get my iPad set up for the simulcast on Instagram this week. I think I'll do a different simulcast each week, like Instagram this week, maybe like Twitter or Periscope next week, something like that. So let me get the Wi-Fi laced up and we'll be ready to go. What up, Jill? What up, Alexander? Yay. Alexander Yay, the 14-year-old hustler, making that moolah, teaching us how to do it. Okay, let's go back to Instagram. Go back to live on Instagram. And whoa, all right, I'm about to go live and it's all right. There we go. Whoa, back to all right. Good. We're good. All right, guys. So how's everybody doing? Did you guys see the new video that I put out? New York City vlog day 1. I work very hard on those vlogs, so I would appreciate you guys going to check that out. And yeah, 209-83 Reezy. If you guys have any questions, just call in and I'll help you with your business. If you're just getting started on Amazon, if you don't have an idea of how to do Amazon or any kind of questions that you have, just hit me up and we'll be ready to go. Because that's what we do. You call me and I talk. I help you. I answer the questions. New York City was amazing. Looks like, oh, we had a call, then we didn't have a call. We had one, and then we didn't. They hung up on me before I could even see it. What up, Minor Treasures? What up, Tyler Outram? How you guys doing out there? I actually posted, sorry if you guys hear some like trucks driving by or whatever, but this is just my bedroom. It's not a studio, even though it looks kind of cool. And it's hot as hell in here, so Nelly called, it's getting hot in here, so I have to have the windows and doors open. So Nelly called, it's getting hot in here, so I pulled the E40 and got the doors open, man. It'd be funnier if I came up with that on the first go around, but I still had to say it. It seemed like you was walking the streets with me. Awesome. Thank you very much. That's like my goal right there, because if you guys don't know, I'm a pizzanista. I'm in love with pizza. I'm in love with some pizza. And in New York, they have the best pizza in the world. I'll go to battle where anybody that says anything different. I've been waiting my whole life since I was like 12 years old to eat this New York pizza. We got a caller. Hold on. It's unknown, so this could be fun. You're live on Money Talks. Who's this?
Alex.
Hey, what up, Alex? How you doing, man?
I'm sorry. I'm good, thanks. I'm so sorry. If I start to cut out, because my Wi-Fi is really bad right now.
Hey, it sounds good to me, man. What's good?
I was wondering, a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, like about last week, you said something about text restrictions and how they're going to sue the sellers individually.
Mm-hmm.
About that, what if I'm in a thrift store and then I pick up a fake textbook without knowing it? How do I know if it's a counterfeit textbook or not?
Okay, so it's hard to tell. It's actually pretty hard to tell if it's a fake textbook or not if you only have one, which is why I always recommend people to buy more than one book when they order like from eFlip or whatever. But really, it's just something you learn over time. You know, you might notice that the printing doesn't look as crisp. It might be a little blurry, especially in the barcode area where, you know, usually the barcodes are really crisp and it would be a little blurry in between, and it might not even scan. You know, sometimes
Right.
sometimes they take the cover image and they make it smaller because if they stretched it out to full cover size, it would be really blurry looking. So sometimes it's like it's inside of a frame on the front cover, if that makes any sense. But really, it's hard to tell. So whenever you think it might be, you should go look for other images of it to make sure. I would recommend going on eBay and looking for several listings of that book and then comparing the different seller photos, not the stock photos, but the seller photos. How's your business doing, man?
Oh, it's doing pretty well actually. I'm getting a bit more consistent in sales.
Well,
and then,
give us some numbers, man. Give us some numbers.
All right. Well, I've only started increasing like over here, so about from last month to this month, it's like 300 to 400% better.
How many sales are you making a day?
Probably like 2 or 3 only, but it's I just send more in, and then I think I'll be good.
What do your parents think?
They're pretty happy. I just don't think they like the fees too much.
Right.
But right.
Obviously, it's going to cost money. It's going to cost money to make money, and that's the thing. If you don't keep your snowball rolling, you know, you got to keep sending books in to cover the fees. So it is kind of like a trap like that, but it's that Amazon gold mine. You got to get it while you can.
Right. So in your live stream or somewhere last week, you said you should have gotten an email about it. But I haven't gotten an email yet. So
check your spam folder, or after the broadcast, I could go dig mine up and tell you what it exactly said, and then you could look for those verbatim or whatever. But you're in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it doesn't apply to Canadian sellers. Do you know other sellers that also didn't get it that are in Canada?
I do have a few Canadian sellers on IG, but I haven't asked them about them yet.
Yeah, so get in there and figure it out. There's got to be a couple good Canadian book selling groups, or at least one, where the Canadians share all their Canadian strategies.
One more question.
Hey, where do you live near? Do you live near Ottawa or on the other side?
Toronto.
Yeah, my geography's terrible. I should have just asked you. Is it near Ottawa? No?
Toronto, Ontario.
How far is Ottawa from Toronto? I got invited to Ontario, so that's why I was asking. I might come to Ontario to do some stuff, and we could connect. Since you're the youngest hustler on the squad, so it'd be fun.
Oh my god, dude, it's like 4 hours, dude.
4 hours, bro. That's nothing. That's nothing. 4 hours. I know people that drive 4 hours every day to make it to the Goodwill outlet. 4 hours.
That's pretty good.
So,
anyways.
Yeah. You got some more questions? Hit me up.
Yeah, just one more, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Go for it, bro.
Yeah. In the case the textbook I sell is fake, what are the potential consequences?
If the buyer doesn't know it's fake, nothing. But if they report it to Amazon, you know, maybe anything from a slap on the wrist to getting your account suspended. I couldn't say. They treat different accounts differently. So like, I know I would just get a slap on the wrist, but you would probably, you know, get a slap on the wrist or maybe get suspended or something. I'm not sure. The thing is if you're unlikely to tell if it's, you know, if you can't tell if it's fake or real, I don't think the buyer can either. But then again, you know, they're sitting in a classroom with 25 other kids with a textbook, and if their textbook looks different, you know, maybe that's how they're going to tell. Still there? No? All right, we lost him. right when the question ended, we lost him. So let me hang up on Alex here. All right, I think that's all hung up. Going over to Instagram real quick to check out these questions. Larry Labarsky at Watch Me Amazon says, "Can you ever eat Cali pizza again?" Yes, I can, but I only mess with the wood fire pizza places. Wood fire or nothing. I mean, wood fire or coal, and I can't have coal, so depressed. Welcome to Reezy's Lack of New York Pizza Depression Show. How are you?
Hey, can I get a pepperoni, please?
Dang, man, if I could give you one of those New York pepperonis, I would. Who's this?
Hey, my name's Alex, man. How's it going?
Good. We got 2 Alexes in a row.
Hey, man, what can I say?
That doesn't happen. You got a good name. How can I help you, man?
Exactly. Hey, man, first off, I'm feeling a little starstruck right now, man, but,
bro, calm down. I'm just a dude. For real, people tell me that, and I'm like, yo, man, just make some videos. You know what I mean? Like, I made over 50, my first 50 YouTube videos were made on my iPhone on Snapchat before I had a good camera.
Right.
So it's not like anybody couldn't do it.
Hey, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been watching your content for a couple months now, and definitely motivating, man. I appreciate the hustle, and thanks for all the content. I mean, you really show people just how to work, and that's awesome.
Definitely. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your appreciation. Is there anything I can help you with specifically?
Yeah, man. Besides my shout out, I just, I'm a new and, just trying to jump on board, trying to get on this Amazon wagon, eBay. I've been doing eBay for a little bit. Thinking about moving into the book game. I see, you've had a lot of success with the book. I see you also, flip shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing this for a while. If you could look back to where you started, would you maybe jump directly into the shoe game, or would you do both?
Well, I wouldn't have had any money to get into the shoe game because shoes are it's an expensive game, right? I've got 40,000 books at Amazon, approximately, give or take 5,000, and that cost me roughly $40,000 to acquire and get to Amazon. And I have 1,000 pairs of shoes at Amazon. That also cost me $40,000.
Okay.
So the difference is astronomical in prices.
Right. So if you could make a suggestion to somebody who's just, kind of new to the game,
I would say don't have like a. So you want to specialize in like one thing at a time. Don't like on day one try to do shoes and books and grocery and private label and wholesale. Like you can do everything, but you should focus on one main thing at a time and then scale yourself out of it and hire help or employees to make it grow or whatever. But for me, I really wish I would have, I sold only books for like 10 years straight and just other random stuff with barcodes like board games and CDs and DVDs, and I didn't even think about, scanning the barcodes on clothing or shoes or any of that. And so I just started selling shoes last year, really. And we'll probably do, $250,000 this year in shoes alone. And so I wish I would have just had my eyes and ears open more. I wish I would have been talking to people more about what I did for a living, because I would have ran into more people that do this. And, then I would have figured out about shoes and other categories way sooner. So books are great because it's like cracking prison margins, but you're not going to amass wealth selling books. I mean, unless you have a giant warehouse and you're doing bulk books and you have 10 guys working for you, it's going to be extremely hard to amass wealth selling books. You can make a great living out of it. You could make $150,000 a year after taxes or whatever and paying your employees. But if you want to make, if you want to put like 500,000 in your bank account a year, it's going to be extremely hard to do selling books. So I recommend taking a portion of your profits from your book business and rolling that into, higher cost items that are going to have a higher average sale price and are going to pay out more per sale. And then other things one thing I really wish I would have done, which I kind of just remembered right now, is that books are so cyclical. There's 2 times a year that books spike in sales, December, January, and August, September, a little spike in summer or whatever, but mostly just those 2 time periods. And I would just keep banging books. And every single year I should have been taking that August, September money and rolling it into toys to sell on Q4 for the holiday. Because the shit sells like cussing alert number one. It sells like madness. Like I bought like 50 plus Nerf guns and they all sold in like 2 days during the fourth quarter, like the week before Christmas or whatever. So it's really bananas, the volume of toys that you can sell in fourth quarter. And I'm sure other, back to school products or whatever, just pay attention to those different things that pop during those tent pole type things that pop during different times of the year. And then try and invest and diversify, like you remember that episode of Chappelle and they had Wu-Tang on it, Wu-Tang Financial, diversify your bonds. That's what the Jizza said.
I like that. Sounds good, man. Well, hey, thanks for the advice. Much appreciated. Definitely going to put it into practice.
Awesome. Thanks for the call, Alex. You have a good day, bro.
You too. Take care.
Awesome. That was a great call. Like literally, I wish I could travel back in time and tell myself the answer that I just gave to that call because it was hot. Okay, my best pizza joints in New York City. I don't know. I didn't eat Giuliano's twice, and I ate Lombardi's 3 times. So I'm going to say Lombardi's and Giuliana's. The other thing is Lombardi's. If you're watching this, your social media game is whack, son. Like I tried to tag you. You got an Instagram, right? Lombardi's Pizza, but you don't have a Twitter. So I try to tag you on my Twitter post. You missed an opportunity to be clicked on. And then also, how come you're not yelling from the mountaintop that we're the best pizza in America or the world's best pizza? Their whole thing is we're the first pizza because they started in 1905 or whatever. But if I was running it, I would just call it We the Best Pizza. Like that would be their Instagram, We the Best Pizza, because it is the best pizza. If you guys want to know where the best pizza is, because I know everyone likes pizza, but not everyone is like, seriously, I waited 15 years to eat this pizza at this place. I didn't know what it was called, but I knew that I had to eat coal-fired pizza at a grandfathered pizzeria in New York City. And I wasn't disappointed, guys. It is amazing. Like seriously, if you want to mail me some pizza to my P.O. box, I'll take all the cold Lombardis you want to mail me. Take a whole Lombardi's pizza, wrap it in aluminum foil, fold it up, stuff it into a medium priority box, and mail it to me. I would be so happy. Best pizza ever. Lombardi's. Don't play yourself, for real. Hey, Lombardi's, you see, that's how you advertise. And no, I wasn't paid for that. Best pizza in Cali, just whatever place that you can get really good wood-fired pizza that the people making the pizza actually care about it. It's not like just marketing that they have a wood-fired oven. Over here on Instagram, I'm taking some questions too, and I got a question from Sean P. Ho, and he says, my Apple Watch is going off like nuts. He says, when you source books, how long of a time period do you wait until you return to the same store? So I have a video about this called Tips and Tricks for Thrift Stores or something like that. Just search Reezy Tips Thrift Stores and you'll probably find it. And I go into it into way more detail than I'm going to right now. But the answer is every day, unless you know you don't have to go every day. So how do you know you don't have to go every day? Because you didn't go for 3 days and you showed up and there was a ton of books. And so that means that a ton of good books, that means that no one came in those 3 days. And if you can consistently go to a spot, 3 days spaced out, and there's still good books to find when you get there, that tells you that you probably don't have a lot of competition or any, and that they're still putting books out. They might be putting out just, that might be 1 day's worth of books and you missed out on the other 2 days. You never know. So the answer to the question is every day, unless you know. You need to go every day. You need to be friends with the employees. Don't be a customer, be their friend. And this is extremely easy because most people are very, very rude to people who work in stores. And it's just too easy, guys. People are just pricks. If you bring them coffee, if you bring them donuts, if you smile, if they speak Spanish and you try your little Spanish on them, that might make them blush. Just be humble, like Kendrick said, and befriend them. because when the people who work at the store like you, then they want you to win. And then they'll do things like text you when the books are coming out, or hold them till you get there, or let you go through them in the back for them. You know, maybe you offer to help them put the books out on the shelf. That way you're reducing their workload, providing value to them, right? Gary V came with a thrifting tip and he didn't even know it. We got a call from New York. Who this? New phone. Who this?
Hello?
Hello? I'm just kidding. Who's this? This is Reezy.
Hey, Reezy, this is Dante.
What's up, Dante?
I'm from New York. What's up? I'm from New York. I had sent you an email. I didn't attach my picture yet.
Oh yeah. I saw your message. How's it going, man?
It's going good. I just need help with my printer situation because I have a Dymo Turbo and I have a Brother MFC, but I can't get my barcodes printed out correctly so I can put them on the books.
All right. So has your printer worked at all? Like to print anything? Can you like go?
Well, the Dymo did, but I have a MacBook, so I don't know if it's printing out correctly because the type of labels I've been trying to print out hasn't come out good.
Okay. So it's gonna be really hard / nearly impossible for me to troubleshoot this for you, especially live on the show. But what I recommend you to do is to call the technical support for or Dymo or whatever. Call the 1-800 number for the companies that makes the printer that you have, because they have customer service staff on salary to help you and answer these questions. And they'll either walk you through it on the telephone, and sometimes they can even take control of your computer and help you make sure it works.
Okay. I'll try that.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. Have a good one. You too. Bye.
You too.
I'm so glad that I don't have to troubleshoot printers on a YouTube live broadcast. That would be terrible. Tech of all trade, where you at, bro? We got a printer situation. Run up in here real quick, bro. Can you fix it from LA? No, you can't. We're good. I just bought those glasses for my daughter. Do you like them? I love them. I hate them for a lot of reasons too, but I love them much more. Next week, I'm probably going to do, or this week, I'm going to do probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll do an honest review on Snapchat spectacles on YouTube. Let me go back to YouTube and grab some more comments. The number is 20983 Reezy. Larry, why don't you call in and just tell me about that New York pizza? A shout out to Living Off the Sun. Oh, Living Off the Sun's here. That's actually Tuna Fish Delight, guys, on Snapchat. He probably doesn't even like tuna fish, but he picked a weird name that's impossible to forget. So let's go over to YouTube. Printer ER, yeah. Just go Office Space on it, right? Remember that? You guys remember I had that idea about smashing all the old PDAs? A lot of you guys haven't been in the book game for that long, so you only know about using phones for scanners. But I've been in the game since before the iPhone came out, and certainly before there was a scanning app. And back in the day, we had to use these old dinosaur-ass Dell Axim X5 PDAs. Look that up, Dell Axim X5. If you have one, send it to me so I can smash it. Office Space status. You're live on Money Talks. Who's this?
This is Dre. What's happening, man?
What's up, Dre? How can I help you, man?
All right. Now, are we just talking about books, or can we talk about any other product?
Whatever you need help with, I'm here to help you, man.
Okay. All right. So I did very well on the first job with a situation because I'm a facilities coordinator. So I come across stuff for my job, just throws away stuff.
Okay.
So right now I'm out of that product, and I have a nice little stash of money. So I see that product is like an Alibaba and stuff like that, you know. Yeah. And I kind of figure which direction I want to go. Do you think that's a good thing for me to reach out and do at this time?
I don't think it's a great idea because it doesn't sound like you have a ton of experience. But if you have expendable cash and time, you should probably try it on a small scale and see how it works.
What I was thinking about. That's what I would think.
So like, for example, if you go on Alibaba and you see like, let's just say this fire starter or whatever, survival thing, you know, and you see that it sells on Amazon for like $9 and you can get them for like $250 or whatever. And, but you got to buy 500, you know what I mean? And then obviously you're not experienced, so you don't know how much the ads are going to cost you. And you're probably not using Jungle Scout or Unicorn Smasher, so you're not even aware of how many sales.
That was what it I was about to invest in that.
Yeah, Jungle Scout is a nice extension that will help you estimate the sales of a product, but it's not perfect. So, so like, let's see, the situation is you're not too experienced. You buy 500 of them. That was all your money that you had to test the market with. And now you have them and they're not selling. And so you have to like sell them hand to hand or like dump them at a loss to get your money back or whatever. So what I would recommend to do before you buy like 500 of something, when you find one of those products that you like, go to AliExpress and order, you know, just 5 of them for a lot more. You know, it's not going to be $250 each. It's going to be $7 each, right? They come to you airmail and then do what you would do normally, but just with those 5 of them, you know, and you're not trying to make money. You just want to test the market and see how fast they sell. Right. If they sell right away and you make money, or like, you know what I mean? You'll know they sell and you're like, okay, it pays out this much at that price. And if I pay the price where I buy 500, I'll be making this much. And you sold 5 in one day, then maybe you feel a lot more comfortable to go and get 500 of them.
Okay. So that's a good, because that was one of my biggest concerns. Like, I'm like looking at it like, oh, I don't want to mess this up.
Right. So it's kind of like if you're playing poker, you know what I mean? Are you just going to sit down at the table and go all in, or are you going to look around and pick a nice table, you know, and then, you know, feel out the other players slowly?
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, man. You made me feel very comfortable. I know which direction to head in now.
Oh, I'm glad, man. I'm glad I could help you. Thanks for calling in, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. 209-83 Reezy. Let's keep it easy. Keep the calls coming in. That's how we like it. Lily Banks on Instagram says, sorry, late to the live, but please give advice of where to buy wholesale products. You can buy wholesale products from wholesalers. You're going to have to bang it out. Get on Google. Find out where all the local, get in the phone book directory. Find out where all the local suppliers are that are near you. I think I just realized the microphone sounds way better right in front of me. Super amateur. Sorry, guys. Anyways, you're going to have to find wholesalers. You can Google them. You can find them near your area. You can make relations with people that you know that own businesses that already have wholesale accounts and get them to order wholesale product for you off the top of their order. Now, of course, you're going to have to be greasing some palms and taking care of the people that take care of you. So don't think that, you know what I mean? That's just going to be a free pickup for you. Take care of your people. See what up. Dell Axum X30. Does that work? No. Check it out. Dell Axum X5 or the X5-1. The X5-1 actually has Bluetooth, but the X5 didn't have Bluetooth at all. And I want like 50 of them. I have at least 5 or 10 of them, but I want like 50 of them so that I can just go crazy Office Space on them. Like, I'll reenact Office Space, get a couple boys, we'll put some suits on, you get it like hammer thing, just go nuts on them. It'd be super tight. Let's see. 3 Palm 3 C's. Rocco Marcy, Pittsburgh Hockey, and Reezy. I needed this. Need to hit the hotline. Hit the hotline, guys. 209-83 Reezy. We got a call coming in from Washington. You're live on Money Talks with Reezy Resells. Who's this?
Hi, this is Denise.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I'm doing good. I have a question.
Can you speak up a little bit? It's a little quiet.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, okay. What I'm calling for is I have a lot of stuff that I want to put like on eBay and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is where to start. In other words, putting it in my computer and how to track it. Is there a program that people use
for eBay specifically to help you list?
Both of them.
So
eBay and Amazon.
So for Amazon, we use two different softwares depending on what we're doing. We use ScanLister or we use Inventory Lab. But for eBay, I'm not an expert on eBay. Posh, can you help me out on this? I know eBay has Turbo Lister, but what is some of the softwares that some of the eBay sellers are using to speed up the process? I'm not sure. Is there one called like InkFrog or something like that, guys? I'm so out of the loop for eBay serve, but like the Turbo Lister that eBay offers, I know that works decently well. So have you tried that?
Because I think that's where my difficulty is in starting. Is I don't know where to. I have all this stuff. I have ideas on how much things sell and so forth.
Right. So InkFrog. A good friend of mine, Jampiece, his Instagram is @Jampiece, which if you're not on Instagram, you need to get on Instagram because the community on Instagram is amazing and they'll help you out left and right. But my friend @Jampiece on Instagram, he confirmed InkFrog is legit. And I think he was also telling me, am I right, Jampiece, about InkFrog was letting you cross list automatically from eBay to like Etsy and to Pinterest and different stuff like that. I think so. Yep.
Okay, and Amazon is ScanLister, and what was the other one?
For books we use ScanLister, but for general items we use Inventory Lab.
Okay. All right. And then get on. I have an Insta. I just set up an Insta.
Yeah, get on Instagram and
how to do that.
Yeah, get on Instagram and then just go on to my Instagram and see who the people that follow me are, or people that I follow or whatever. And anyone who has like the name Thrift or Reseller or that type of thing in their name, just follow them. And before you know it, you'll be a part of the community.
Okay, I will do that.
What was your name?
Thanks for your advice. Denise.
Thank you for calling, Denise. I hope I helped you.
You sure did. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good evening. You too. Bye.
Send you pizza.
Oh, yeah. No, for real. I'm not joking. Mail me some cold Lombardis. I am not joking. My P.O. box. Let me check my P.O. box. I think it's 768. Hopefully no one calls me before I can get to my P.O. box. Keep that in the favorites folder. Boom. My P.O. Box address is P.O. Box 786, Aptos, California, 95003. You got that? We'll put that in the description for you guys because I would love to open the box and I just open it and it's Lombardi's pizza. Oh my God. That'd be so amazing. I would just sit down in the post office and eat the whole damn thing. Let's see. Over on Instagram, To Motivate Healthy Life says the number 2, motivate _ healthy life says, when you use the FBA scan app on books, it does not tell you what the Amazon fee is. So how can you access your actual profit? It does take the fee out. You're wrong. The fee is calculated. So when you scan a book and it takes the fees out, then you see what the money would be left. Then in your head, you remove your cost of the item from the amount. Boom. I don't know what that was about, Northern Flipper. Any suggestions for products that my teenage son can sell online? Yeah, your son shouldn't worry about selling products because he probably knows how to use social media really, really well. Your son should be consulting local businesses to for social media consultations and for social media management. So most teenagers are on. I got to end the live on Instagram and restart it. Most teenagers on Instagram on social media, they know how to use it like really, really good. They understand how it works, but they're just doing it for entertainment. And if they instead were doing it for business, they don't realize that you can not just get the attention of your friends, you can get the attention of customers and clients, and that other businesses they value that a lot. So you can literally go door to door, bang down a business, and say, hey, even go check out their social media first and target the ones who have either no social media presence or very small social media presence, and just let them know, like, how to do it. Show them your social media, copy how I'm doing it, copy how Gary V's doing it, and then go and make money off of the social media that you already know how to do. You have a lot of free time. It will cost you no money to make money off of your expertise on social media. And trust me, there is thousands and thousands of 15, 14, 15, 12 to 16-year-olds that are social media experts. They don't know it yet, but they're experts. They know way more than me, and they could be making money doing that. So I always tell young kids to focus on that, because we're living in a bubble right now and they already know how to do it. It's not going to cost them any money, and I guarantee they have an abundance of time. So if you're watching this and you have a kid, a teenager, or you are a teenager, think about that. You can make a lot of money doing social media consultations. I've only been doing social media for 16 months, guys. And people tell me, oh man, Reezy, I've been watching you for years, dog. And I'm like, for real? For years? How many years? 3 years? Because I haven't been on social media that long. So just trust me on this one, guys. If it's unbelievable to me that people are going to pay me $250 an hour for a social media consultation, and I've only been doing this for 16 months. That's crazy. There's not a lot of things that you can command that kind of price per hour in such a short amount of time. Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. So social media bubble, get in it before it pops, because it's going to pop, guys. Trust me. Social media bubble is going to pop, whether it's from market saturation, due to just plain people coming into the game, or 3D printing changing the game to where everyone has to switch to media to capitalize off their IP, or we're going to switch to virtual reality, augmented reality, and it's not going to be my eyes to your eyes, and so it's not going to be conducive to building a personal brand or to telling a story so easy. The nerds are going to win that one. The people who can make textures and architecture models and blah, 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 blah. We're going to be walking around looking like stick figures unless we buy like an accurate representation of us from some nerd. No offense to nerds. I'm a nerd. I'm not that nerdy, but yeah, they're going to be getting money because they're going to know how to make these 3D representations, and we're going to be screwed. So let me go back on here. Sean Piho says, on FBA scan, if you click the price tag with the price, it brings up a page with the equation, and you can add in the cost of the item and the shipping cost for a more accurate number. This is true, but I don't recommend this is something that you do. There's actually no reason you ever need to put a price into the cost on FBA scan. All of us can do math, simple arithmetic. If you can't do simple arithmetic, I don't know how you count your money. So if you can count your money, you can do the math of removing the cost of an item from the potential payout on an item. And the reason why I don't recommend anybody to put the cost of the item into the FBA calculator in FBA scan is because you might forget that you put $12 in there. And then you're running around scanning stuff and thinking everything's a dud. All the while, it's not a dud. You just had $12 in your cost, and you've been scanning stuff and then removing the price from there. Also, you're going to scan so much stuff. Do you really want to open and close it every time to change the price of the item that you're buying? Like, if you can't subtract the price of the item in your head from the potential payout, you should probably read some math books. Just keeping it real, guys. Keeping it real. What up? Shout out to Eddie Connor Jr. My man is a doctorate, and he's in here on the live. Thank you for the love, Eddie. I appreciate you, man. I was on Eddie's live the other night, and he was spitting the passion, the flames, talking about his story and how, he didn't want to tell his story. But then when he finally told his story, it healed him. And I feel him on that one, man, because telling your story is super healing, especially when you realize that telling your story can provide value to people, because people can relate with you. They can hear your story and be like, well, I thought I had it bad, but I didn't have it that bad. So I ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? I keep moving forward, So a lot of people say, be humble. Fuck that. I don't want to be humble. It's not worth it. Life is too short to be humble. You're going to celebrate success. Just let people know that success is possible. You know what I mean? Who knows? There could be a guy standing right next to you, and he thinks he can't make it, and you have $1 million, but because you've never told your story about how you were once homeless, just like how he's homeless, he'll never really get inspired and motivated to get that money like you did. That's screwed up, man. All because you want to be humble? Screw that. Screw that. I'm not about being humble. It ain't worth it. Reezy, how have you been doing with eFlip? Killing it. Killing it. I try to do an hour a day on eFlip, which means I'm going to buy like 5 to 10 books minimum, but I don't always make it on there. Nicole State is on the Instagram right now. I got a YouTuber on my Instagram. Go to YouTube, Nicole. That kind of pisses me off. I'm just kidding, though. But Nicole says she's humble, but I also tell people everything. I can brag. Yeah, I don't even consider it bragging, guys. I consider it making it real, making something real. When you tell people, yeah, I was homeless. Yeah, I grew up on food stamps. And yeah, I did this. It makes them think they can do it too. Because you know what they don't think when they see someone who has a $25,000 Rolex, or, they got all kinds of crazy whips or whatever. At least I don't know how you guys think, but for me, that doesn't inspire me. That's not something that makes me think that, oh, wow, I could hustle that hard and get a Rolex or a Lamborghini or whatever. It just doesn't seem real to me. So you need to tell your story, because you never know what person is going to identify with it or what person that will be real for, So make success louder, make greatness louder, make happiness louder. You know what I mean? The other day, my homie was on Facebook talking about people suck, and that was his whole Facebook status. And I had to chime in and be like, yeah, dude, some people are straight bags, but there's plenty of good people. The problem is people don't go on Facebook to say people are awesome. People don't make status updates that say people are awesome, but they fully make status updates that say people suck all the time. And what that tells me is that, and also because I deal with customer service, I know how it goes. When people are happy, they don't say anything. They don't say anything. That's the norm, right? And so when they're unhappy, you definitely hear it, right? So you owe it to the world, to the people that don't have the opportunities that you have, to let them know about success and happiness, because it's not, I don't get jealous over that stuff. When I see someone who's happy or successful, that just validates it for me. There's infinite happiness and infinite success available in this world. So that's the way I think about it, is that you owe it to others who don't have the opportunity as you, to not only to capitalize on your opportunities, but to let people know how good it is. Because otherwise we're going to live in the world where everything is just negative. It's people suck. It's the news. It's all this crap. You know what I mean? Where's the news channel? How come there isn't a news channel where all they do is talk about good stuff that happened? I would watch that news channel. It's a whole network. It's called Happy News. HappyNews.com. Happy News at Happy News. Please, somebody make this, because I will watch it. All it is just all the happy stuff that happened today, this week, all the good stuff. Because sure, you hear about every school shooting, you hear about everything, but you do not hear about all the success stories, all the kids that came from the gutter, all the people that are happy, all the people that are living passionate, fulfilled lives. You know what I mean? You don't hear about that. And so I think, we should make it more audible. What up, Neo? We got Nehemiah Davis on the Instagram over here. Nehemiah Davis of the Circle of Greatness Academy. That is the man with the plan, and he's the reason why I was able to go to the East Coast. So you should do me a favor and go check him out, because that's my dude. Thank you, Neo. Appreciate you, man. I think more than you know. Maybe you know it because I text you a lot, so probably be bugging you. I call Neo Showtime. That's what Neo says every time. Blah, blah, blah. Neo, Showtime, baby. Showtime. My man Showtime is in the building. Let's see. On the live chat on Instagram, we got Dodgers fan says, how can social media help you sell books? I can't tell you exactly how it could help you sell books, because we're not really selling them on Instagram or social media. I mean, you could drive traffic to your Amazon store from your Instagram, just how a lot of the thrifters sell, like, for example, the Posh Hanger. That's also the name of her website, I believe, which also is goes to her eBay store, or Nicole State on State's Place. You know, they have built a brand around their stuff, and you can see their items. They list their vintage stuff on Instagram, or their clothing finds on Instagram. Not necessarily these two people, but they are advertising their eBay stores through the social media. But if you look at other people like I think Paul Cantu posts some of his stuff, or he has a separate account where he posts stuff. But I'm at a loss right now. But some sellers list like their stuff for sale on Instagram, like flat lay or whatever. It looks really nice, and that's all there is. And it's basically a store. So when you see an item, it'll say sold on the bottom, meaning it's sold to someone. But you can still see like the kind of stuff that they buy, and so that's kind of cool. But for books, what you could really do is you could make a social media that is, like, say you live in Pittsburgh, it's it's at I Buy Books Pittsburgh, or at Cash for Books Pittsburgh, and then you make a Snapchat, and you make an Instagram, and you make a Twitter, and then you're just throwing all your hooks out, and you follow all the college pages, you follow the college kids and teachers in the area, you get on the local college hashtags, and you just make it known that, you exist. Really, that's all you're doing with social media. And you're going to get, you're going to find books. They're going to come to you, and you're going to buy them from kids based off of your social media presence. I've said this a few times, but it's a really crazy strategy that I thought of that I haven't employed, is that to use a Snapchat filter to buy books, doing the previous strategy that I mentioned, and then make a geo filter and put the fence around the college campus, or wherever close to the campus, if you can't put it around the campus. And in that filter, you cannot put a website or anything, but you can put an @ handle. So you would put at Cash for Books, city name, and they would see the filter, and they would get to you that way. I guarantee you it would work. Snapchat is still huge in the 25 and under demographic. Huge. My 16-year-old still prefers Snapchat, and also says that at high school, it's still Snapchat. But a lot of my followers are over 25. So when Instagram stories started popping, my Snapchat views went from over 2,000 regularly to about 500 a day regularly. And then my Instagram stories went up to like 2,000, 2,200 per day. So if that doesn't tell you, you know what I mean, the demographic and where the demographic went, the people that use Snapchat are loyal. Like 500 people on Snapchat is probably worth more than 2,000 on Instagram. They're actually paying attention. They had to hold their phone with two hands and type your username to get to you. On Instagram, one finger, one click. Anything you can do with one finger, one click, don't think too much of it, guys. Like if you're trying to sell stuff, sure, you want them to be able to get to you with one click because everyone's conditioned to that and that's easier. But don't think that, anything with a one click, like double tapped your photo, who gives a crap? That doesn't mean they actually liked it. If you want to know if your social media is doing good, you need to base it off of comments on your curated photos for Instagram, or replies to your story on Snapchat or Instagram. You know why? Because when they reply and the reply makes sense, that not only means they watched your story, but they also had to come up with a thoughtful reply, and then they had to put both hands on the phone, which is it's hard to get people to do things like that nowadays. And, it means they actually care at least a little bit, right? So over here on Instagram, we got Finesse2228. She says, have you ever had a book that you listed, but it was time to find it in your inventory? You couldn't find it. I tried the ASIN. I tried typing the title, but it still says not in my inventory. Did you look for inactive? You need to look under inactive or suppressed listings. Could possibly be an issue with there not being a cover image for the book, or any number of other reasons which makes Amazon suppress the listings. I am going to have some refurb scanners for sale, guys. So pretty soon we're going to have, I think, only 50, just 50. It might even be only 25. So they're going to go super quick. I'm going to notify that on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and you have notifications turned on. Turn those notifications on if you want to get a scanner, because we're going to be dropping them here, and there's only like 25 or 50. So See, going back to YouTube, seeing what we got up in here. Let's see. Posh Hanger, Big West, y'all. Mary Sullivan. Is that Feel Good Finds, Mary? I'm not too sure. Let me post IG and Twitter. I don't know what I did, says Wes. Once again, guys, you feel free to call in if you have any questions or if you just want to say, hey, because dead air is not good air. Dead air is not good when you're trying to go live. You feel me? So 209-83 Reezy. Let's talk Chicago pizza versus versus New York. New York wins. Game over. I'm going to still eat all the Chicago pizza. Don't get me wrong, guys, but I prefer to eat pizza, not bread. Like my boy Chris Lynn said earlier today, he said that's like a different experience. He said Chicago pizza is like a casserole, and I feel him on that. Listen to this plane fly by real quick. Super. I'm trying to do a live show here, plane. God, planes never have any respect. You're live on Money Talks with Reezy Resells. Who's this?
Mary Sullivan.
Hey, Mary. How are you?
Good. All right, we're gonna take on that pizza challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Chicago pizza oven and grinders.
Oh,
I'll buy it for you. It's unreal. You order it by the pound. Looks like a big mushroom.
You order the pizza by the pound?
By the pound.
How does that work?
Street.
Is it circular?
Yep.
I don't get it.
Looks like a big mushroom when it comes out of the oven, and they only cook with the old-fashioned coal-fired stone.
Oh, they got coal-fired pizza in Chicago.
Unreal, but you don't pick it up and eat it. It's unreal. Chicago Pizza Oven and Grinders.
Oh, that's the name of the spot.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely gonna go. I'm gonna be in Chicago sometime in June, I think. So I will definitely make it there. You will see it.
I'll be watching for that.
You'll see it on a vlog. Trust me. I can't go anywhere and not. Go ahead.
Do you have the Reezy T-shirts?
I do actually. You can get them on my website, reezy.tv, or if you're on Instagram, in my bio, there's a link in one of those buttons you can click on is for the shop. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can just grab it off of Amazon. There's a Reezy Resells shirt.
I must have missed it.
Yeah, just search Reezy Resells on Amazon. Let me actually make sure. I bought one, so I know it's there. Yeah, there you go. It's there. It's only $14.99 Prime with free shipping, so it's a good deal. I think I make like $2 and change when you buy it.
Great deal.
So, and also if you guys,
I'm gonna treat you to a pizza when you come to Chicago.
Yeah, send me a picture if you grab a shirt too. I like to share those pictures of you guys wearing the shirts.
For sure.
Awesome. Thank you for calling in and letting me know about that Chicago pie, Mary.
Thanks for your great video content.
Oh, thank you.
Unreal.
Appreciate it.
Unreal.
All right. Have a good day, Mary. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. It feels good to be appreciated. Let's see. We got more comments over here on YouTube. If you guys have any questions, 209-83 Reezy. Give me a call. If I don't get a call in the next couple minutes here, I'm going to end it. That was the fastest hour of my life, by the way. I cannot believe that it's 7 o'clock, guys. A whole hour went by already. We do have some refurb scanners. They're coming soon. We got a call coming in. Hold up. From Vacaville. Jeez. Answer the phone. You're live on Money Talks with Reezy. Who's this?
Hi, this is Dodger San 1.
Hey, what's up? What's your real name?
Orlando.
Hey, what's up, Orlando? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. How can I help you, man?
I just had a question about how long if books stay in inventory for 6 months, what do you usually do with them?
So if
you let them stay in inventory?
Yes, if I think if I see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm gonna leave it there. So before the long-term storage fees come around, I evaluate all my inventory to see if I think it should be left in there to potentially make me profit, right? If I see the light at the end of the tunnel, I just leave it there. And usually if you see the light at the end of the tunnel at that point, it's only going to get better because a lot of people don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so they're going to remove the books, which means the supply is going to go down. So if you think it's going to be profitable, then it's probably a safe bet to keep it for the long run because other people, the supply is going to go down. Every 6 months, the supply goes down. Another thing is that this long-term storage fees are 6 and 12 months, but they charge them on a static time period. So, for example, if you sent in all your books, 1 week after the 6-month long-term storage fee just went by, you're going to actually have, you're going to have a decent while until the next, it's when the next long-term storage fee comes around, your stuff will not have been there for 6 months. It will have been there for 5.5 months. So it won't get charged. So then when the next one comes around, your stuff will have been there for 11.5 months and you'll just now be getting charged for the 6-month long-term storage fee. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't understand that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for the help, Reezy.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Yep.
A lot of people don't understand that, guys. That's a good tip, though. Calls it back and has a yard sale. Yeah, you could have a yard sale. I prefer not to do anything that takes a lot of manpower because if I have manpower, I know what I want to use it for. I want to use it to ship products to Amazon or to buy shoes. Guaranteed. Big Wes in the chat moderating that. Big Posh in the chat. Yo, she got that. 209-83 Reezy. If you guys want to call in, I'm gonna take one more caller before the live show's over. Let me go back over to Instagram real quick. Any recommendations for online arbitrage software? Yes, Tactical Arbitrage. If you sign up for Tactical Arbitrage, guys, use my code TA, the letter T, the letter A, and then the word mastery, all one word, TA mastery. Use my code, guys. You're going to get a 10-day trial. You're live on Money Talks with Reezy Resells. Who's this?
Hey, this is Kyle.
What's up, Kyle? How could I help you, man?
Not a lot, Howard. So I was wondering about with the maximum amount of storage you can have at Amazon FBA, and how to increase it after you've sold like 8% consistently in 6 weeks, right?
Right. So they will increase it. That's like the verbatim. But if you bug the crap out of them, they will, the representatives have the ability to lift the limit for you. Not like the most casual dude, but not the highest up dudes either. So just be relentless with requesting it. Request it all the time. And every time you request it, put as much math as you can into the message. And just like, I don't care if it's correct or not, just put it in there and be like, look, I've been selling through 8%. Here's the numbers, whatever. Like, just totally lie about it. And they're just going to end up approving you. It happens all the time. So I did this for the longest time, and my limits, this was like 10 years ago or whatever, and my limits started slowly getting listed and I couldn't handle like hitting my limits, and then having to wait it out. And I have 3 Amazon accounts, so I would just ship them to my other accounts, but I didn't want to ship stuff to those accounts because I didn't want to manage 3 accounts at once. So I would just keep bugging them. And then one day they relented and my storage limits went from like 30,000 to like 25 million. I thought it was a straight glitch.
Wow.
But it's like 25 million. So
awesome. But
just
so
bug
they
them.
don't require but did you ever actually get to 8% on there legitimately?
I definitely did hit 8% for it, but not across 9 weeks or whatever they were saying that you needed to.
Okay. Cool.
And another thing you can do is you can hold back your inventory so that your numbers drop down. And then when your numbers drop down, then send in only the cream of the crop stuff that's going to sell really fast. And then obviously you just sent in just the good stuff that sold really fast. And then your inventory was whittled down because most of the good stuff sold or whatever. And then that's going to make your percentage of sell through really high.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
All right, man. Have a good day.
You Love the show. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. Did you check out the recent vlog?
Oh, I thought you were live now.
No. I am live right now, but check out the New York City vlog that I just posted.
You already liked it.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Those are the videos that I work really hard on because I like helping you guys, but I also really love making videos. So I appreciate you guys watching those ones too.
Yeah, plenty of value. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Huge respect. You're awesome. Yeah, you too.
Bye. Awesome, guys. Well, that's been the show. It's these are the Snapchat spectacles, and check it out. So these are the Snapchat spectacles. I'm recording video of you guys right now for the live show. I'll probably end up putting this on Instagram or something, but I got the laptop, I got the iPad, webcam. But these are my new shades right here. Boom. Barcodes beware, because I'm coming at you with these things. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for joining me on this week's show. Be on the lookout for day 2 of my New York City vlog, which I'm going to start editing tonight and should be done in a couple days. So go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the bell notifications. I would appreciate it. If you're watching this right now, please smash the like button before you take off. And until next time, guys, this has been another Reezy Resells live broadcast.